Welcome to video number 2 in our short video series on your digital footprint unit. Today we are going to cover what about you can be tracked in your digital footprint, how is the information collected on you, and what it is used for. So, to review from the first video, your digital footprint is the trailer history left behind in your interactions in the digital world. It can be on your cell phone, on your computer, on a device, any website you visit, texting, social media, etc. All of that is tracked. We also explored cookies, which are right here, which are pieces of data that are dropped into your web browser from our website. And to review, cookies can be beneficial because they remember you, prevent you having to sign in every time in an app or a website that requires an account. It can optimize how the info is delivered to you because it knows what kind of computer you're using, what operating system, what device, etc. But it also tracks you. So that's what we're going to really talk about today. This information that we'll discuss today comes from the PDF that I sent a little while back, and it is what you will use for probably 90% of this unit because I found this and everything is just great, right in the right place. So let's get to it. What information about you can be tracked? So once companies gather your data, which they can do a number of ways, but when you're on Google or you're searching in Amazon or even on social media outlets, that data is sold to other companies so they can sell you things and influence you in certain ways. So what about you can be tracked just by your using your devices. Are the websites you visit can be tracked, the time of day, everything is time-stamped, the search or keywords you use, your location while browsing is tracked, your unique IP address, so that's your unique online identity, your device, they all have their own IP addresses. That is tracked. What you said is tracked, who you interact with, all your searches, what is said about you, what you say in your emails, your texts, your social media posts, that's all tracked and can be resurfaced. What you like or share on social media. So let's talk about that for a second. If you like or share something and don't post something particularly, but you like or share it, it's pretty much the same as you endorsing it, that you approve of it. So you need to be careful of that. How much money you spend is oftentimes, well, it is always tracked. When you go onto eBay, for instance, when you go to Amazon, they know how much you're spending, what you're buying, so they know what to refer you to try to get you to purchase other things of similar price range, maybe, or a similar item. How old you are, so if you put in your age when you're signing into an app and you're honest about it, that is also traced. Where you live, that's easy to find out for anybody. And if you were mentioned or quoted in a news story, if you ever Googled yourself and you've been in the Boardman News or any local newspaper, you will oftentimes find that. All right, so how is all this information collected? We've already talked about it a little bit with cookies on websites right here, but your browsers have this information. The search words you use indicate what you're looking for. Forms or surveys you fill in, any info you post on social media, whether it's private or public, that's how your data is collected. Comments that you make, purchases you make, logging into sites, that's all traceable, and the GPS on your phone. So if you don't want to be tracked in that way, you can turn off your location service on your cell phone. All right. Now, What is this used for? Once your data is collected, this is what companies are using this information for. Marketing. Marketing deals with selling you things. So if you're buying certain things or even looking for something, right now I'm looking for a saxophone to replace my old one. And pretty much every night I go through and I look around the internet for prices. I keep getting lots and lots of suggestions for similar items, similar price range, similar quality. Social influence. Now that's a big thing, especially around election time, because that social influence deals with trying to get you to believe a certain thing, a certain side of the political aisle, for instance, a certain possibly topic that's hot in the news. You will, if I go on Facebook, I know you guys don't really use Facebook that much, but if I go on Facebook and I start hitting links for, say, the Democratic side or the Republican side, I will continually get those kind of suggestions thrown at me the next time. If I'm on YouTube, same thing. If I click on a certain web or YouTuber, I will probably get lots of suggestions for that. Digital reputation, that is the way you look based on your activities online. So you create this digital footprint, this digital reputation by your actions online and in cyberspace. So you need to always be aware of that. Behavioral economics, these are fancy terms for things. Now this means behavioral economics is how you're spending your money, what you're looking for, what you're purchasing. So when you buy things on Amazon, they know what you're looking for, what you purchase, and how much you spend. Recommendations for ads to see in the future. We've talked about that already. Emails and other target marketing. It's used for that, to try to target you and try to sell you things. And lastly, invasive attacks on your privacy. So hacking, for instance, cyber attacks, this information could be used for. Hopefully not. Malware, spyware, that's to get into your computer, to give you a virus, to maybe access accounts, etc. So it's very serious information. So we are going to watch one more video after this series, and we'll be well on our way. So remember, be careful when you're online, when you're on your device. Keep in mind that your activities are always traceable.